Iraqi Dinar RV to 0 to 5. Tier for B appointments explained breaking IQD news with your channel intro RV news. Written in continuous paragraph form without headings. Welcome back to RV News, your trusted source for the latest updates, insights, and analysis on the Iraqi dinar revaluation, global currency reset, and breaking financial shifts that could change the course of history. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most anticipated developments of 2025, the Iraqi Dinar RV. And more specifically, what Tier for B appointments mean for you and for the millions of holders worldwide who have been waiting for this moment for years. This is a massive update, filled with details you won't hear anywhere else. And it's crucial that you watch until the very end so you understand the full scope of what is happening right now and how it directly impacts your financial future. The year 2025 has already been unlike any other in recent memory when it comes to Iraqi dinar news and the currency reset conversation. For more than a decade, speculators, investors, and everyday individuals who purchased the IQD have waited on the sidelines, often hearing rumors, partial confirmations, and conflicting narratives. But what we're now seeing is a convergence of reports, leaks, and bank-level confirmations that all point to the revaluation finally coming to life. What makes this moment especially unique is the emergence of Tier for B appointments, a process that insiders say will determine the timing, location, and structure of exchanges for those who have been holding the dinar, Vietnamese dong, and other currencies involved in the global reset. So, what exactly is Tier for B? To understand it, let's take a step back and look at the broader tiered rollout of the revaluation. According to sources and intel shared over the years, the RV is not simply a flip-the-switch event that happens globally in one instant. Instead, it has been structured in phases or tiers, each designed to move in sequence for reasons of stability, security, and logistics. Tier 1 typically includes sovereign nations and large institutional entities, such as central banks or wealth funds that are given access to the first wave of liquidity and contracts. Tier 2 has historically been defined as structured deals with very high-level investors, elite groups, or entities that made arrangements with governments and banks long before the general public was even aware of the opportunity. Tier 3 often refers to groups and organizations that made collective arrangements, such as church groups, humanitarian groups, and other pre-negotiated bundles. Then comes Tier 4. This is where things get truly exciting, because Tier 4 is essentially broken down into two parts: Tier for A and Tier for B. Tier for A represents select individuals, insiders, and groups who were pre-approved to move ahead of the general public. They often serve as a test group for systems, banking logistics, and appointment scheduling. Now, Tier for B, which is the subject of today's deep dive, represents the broader community of currency holders, people like you and me who have been watching, waiting, and preparing. Tier for B is the bridge between the institutional phases and the eventual public rollout. This means that when Tier for B appointments officially go live, everyday holders of the Iraqi dinar will finally have the opportunity to book an appointment, walk into a designated exchange location or redemption center, and exchange their currency at the new revalued rates. Now, many people have been asking, how exactly will these Tier for B appointments work? What is the process, and what should we expect once the notifications go out? Based on the most recent intel, the process has been designed to prioritize both efficiency and security. The moment Tier for B is activated, notifications are expected to be distributed through multiple channels. Some will come via registered currency exchange websites. Others may be disseminated through vetted email lists. And some sources have even hinted at secure banking platforms that will automatically notify eligible holders. The key is that once the official green light is given, you as a Tier for B participant will receive access to a unique code or set of instructions. This code will allow you to log into a scheduling system, confirm your identity, and select a date and time for your appointment at a designated exchange center. These appointments are not expected to take place at ordinary bank branches in most cases. Instead, redemption centers, specialized facilities set up for this very event, will be used to handle large numbers of exchanges efficiently. These centers are said to be staffed by trained personnel who understand the RV process, the contract rate offers, and the humanitarian project opportunities that may accompany your exchange. Some intel has suggested that security will be tight, with armed personnel ensuring the safety of both participants and staff, while others have described a smooth, almost luxury-like experience, with private rooms and professional bankers walking you through the process. Either way, the structure of these appointments has been carefully designed to ensure that the Tier for B community is handled quickly, fairly, and with maximum discretion. Now, the biggest question on everyone's mind remains: what rates can we expect at these Tier 4B appointments? This has been the subject of endless speculation, and while no one can provide absolute confirmation until the day arrives, there are some consistent reports and ranges that keep surfacing. For the Iraqi dinar, many insiders have long believed that the reinstatement rate could land somewhere between $3.20 and $4.81, depending on market conditions and oil price backing. More recently, whispers from certain bank insiders have suggested that contract rates, special higher rates, offered in exchange for committing a portion of your funds to humanitarian projects, could push well above those figures, potentially into the $6 to $8 range. Meanwhile, the Vietnamese dong has often been pegged in the $2 to $4 range, with contract rates again rumored to be higher. The key takeaway is that Tier 4B appointments will be the vehicle through which you lock in your exchange rate, and depending on your choices, you may be able to secure even better returns than the base international rates. Another crucial part of this discussion is timing. Many people have asked, when exactly will Tier 4B be notified? While no exact date can be given due to the sensitive and classified nature of the RV, several recent developments strongly suggest that we are closer than ever before. Iraq has been aggressively preparing for this event by stabilizing its government, finalizing oil contracts, working with the IMF and World Bank, and most importantly, rolling out financial reforms that make the dinar internationally viable. Again, on top of this, U.S. banks have reportedly been running final system checks. Redemption centers have been staffed, and insiders have leaked that the green light is on standby. Multiple sources have pointed to the idea that Tier 4A has already been quietly processed behind the scenes, meaning Tier 4B could literally be any day now. This is why being prepared is so important. You don't want to be caught off guard when the notifications drop. Preparation is one of the most overlooked yet vital aspects of the RV journey. For those of you in Tier 4B, now is the time to get your documents in order. Make sure your currency is properly stored, verified, and accessible. Keep all purchase receipts if you have them, as these can help confirm the legitimacy of your holdings. Ensure that your identification documents, passport, driver's license, or government ID are valid and up to date. Some reports suggest you may be asked to present a utility bill or proof of residency, so having that ready is wise as well. Beyond documentation, it's also crucial to have a game plan for your exchange. Decide in advance how much of your currency you are willing to allocate to potential humanitarian projects if offered a higher contract rate. Think carefully about your immediate liquidity needs versus your long-term wealth management goals. Walking into an appointment prepared will give you confidence and clarity when it matters most. Another area worth discussing is the role of non-disclosure agreements, or NDA letters, in Tier 4B appointments. There is a strong possibility that those who exchange at certain higher rates, especially contract rates, will be required to sign an NDA. This would legally restrict you from discussing the details of your rate, your appointment, or the funds received. While some people are concerned about this, others see it as a necessary measure to protect both participants and the overall rollout. The key here is to be mentally and emotionally prepared for this possibility. If you are presented with an NDA, take the time to read it carefully, ask questions if needed, and make sure you understand what you are agreeing to. Remember, the goal is to secure your wealth in a way that aligns with your personal goals and responsibility. There's also the humanitarian side of the Tier 4B appointments. Many insiders have said that one of the driving forces behind the revaluation is to redistribute wealth in a way that uplifts humanity. At your appointment, you may be presented with options to participate in projects, whether that be rebuilding infrastructure, supporting education, improving healthcare, or addressing poverty. Some of these opportunities may be tied to higher exchange rates. This is not just about creating personal wealth, but about aligning with a broader global mission to create positive change. Whether you choose to engage with this aspect is entirely up to you, but being aware of the potential is important. As we analyze all of this, it's important to remain grounded.